Everybody stand by. Here we go. Good morning. 9:23. Let's head into the Zoom room where we have from WestCare Pacific Islands, Kathleen Uggan, and we have from the Salvation Army, Captains Carrie and Eric Rudd. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning. Half a day.
Right on. Let's get right into it. So we wanted to bring you guys on because we know that you do a lot of services for those in need, and we're looking at the PUA running out. I mean, obviously with this lockdown, there's just this cancellation of classes, parents looking for childcare. It just kind of really seems like we're teetering on the edge. And I mean, God, I've heard it in the last couple of days from just so many people, from doctors to just regular little people, that we're back to square one, right? So we just wanted to kind of check in with you guys and find out like your assessment and how you guys are preparing to pivot the way forward after the PUA ends. And I mean, there's just so much uncertainty with this latest surge and the Delta, right? It's a very trying time, I'm pretty sure, for everybody, including those who avail of the different services that you guys have to offer. So we'll go ahead and start with you, Kathleen. Good morning. Kathleen's from WestCare Pacific Islands.
Good morning, everyone. So at WestCare, we're just, we're always prepared for our community, but at the end of the pandemic, unemployment assistance will definitely have a significant impact, most especially in the housing stability of our families. With the financial assistance that's coming in and it's going to be ending soon, it's going to affect their ability to maintain just their basic needs to provide the roof over their heads. And this is going to, we're going to anticipate a growing need for housing support. At WestCare, we do have SSVF, or the Supportive Services for Veteran Families. And as the name suggests, it's for our veteran and their families to be assisted. And so we're just going to be there to be able to assist. We do have federal funds through that program, but we're also going to anticipate some counseling support that's going to rise from this. They're going to need that because of the increased household stress, and it might trigger some relapse for some of our families or for some of our residents. And so we're just gearing up. We're trying to find as much funding as we can so that we can provide and expand our services to a larger population, especially for our kids, who's going to be more prone to stress and need some counseling support needs because of what the pandemic has brought onto us, and they're going to need a way to figure out how to cope with it. And so that's just pretty much the gist of what we're expecting from our end.
Kathleen, have you had any a dialogue or anything from Adeloop on the possibility of grants being offered to nonprofits such as yours? Because we know in the CNMI they've already given grants to nonprofit organizations with their ARPA funds.
Yeah, so we actually got interviewed for the grants that was coming from the Governor and Lieutenant Governor's office. However, we didn't get selected. We applied for the behavioral health or social emotional health grants. We weren't selected for that. It was our Malaknaha'ani, or Bright Futures program, which is really a school-based mental health services for our kids. And sometimes the youth, the only mental health services that they receive is what they're able to access from the school. A lot of us already know that the barriers that come from accessing these mental health services, whether it be, taboo in their families, or it could be transportation or financial barriers or linguistic barriers. The great thing about school-based mental health services is that they're able to access it right there and then, and that the clinicians that we have at schools are able to follow up and follow through with the youth and also the families that they're servicing. Unfortunately, we weren't selected for that process, and so we're hoping that because we're ending in December with that program, we're hoping that we could find another way to sustain our services so that we can be still in the schools.
I'd like to ask the same question of the Salvation Army captains, Carrie and Eric Rudd. The dialogue with Adelup, did you guys receive a grant? Did you apply for one?
No, we don't. We still are just relying on our own internal funding right now. We haven't had that opportunity yet.
The ARP funds were given to Gov Guam through DOA. We've not received anything. Apparently that's to be determined by DOA. So, but we are staying open. We're essential workers. And so our Family Services Center, rapid rehousing, utility assistance, we're doing it by appointment only because we want to remain safe. So we're doing one client at a time through a plexiglass window. We're not taking walk-ins the way that we usually do because we just don't want so many people gathering together. But Family Services Center is open, as is our food pantry.
If you need food help, if you need food help, we're still open, and we're out taking food around to folks who can't get into our office.
Right. So those that are disabled, those that are elderly, and those that are afflicted with COVID and that cannot leave, we're making deliveries. It's just a matter of making a phone call and letting us know your address, and we'll get out there to help you. Our church has been suspended because most of our congregation is actually unvaccinated. So we're not allowed to meet. We have 3 NA meetings, Narcotics Anonymous meetings at our Horton Torres location. Those have all switched to Zoom, but we're just taking all the needed precautions to ensure the safety and health of both employees as well as our clients. Our employees are, for the most part, with the exception of one, are all vaccinated. Then our thrift store is actually moving this next month to Chelan San Antonio location. We are expanding our footprint from 4,300 square feet to 10,000 square feet. Go ahead.
Well, because we come up here this next year, we'll be on island 30 years. And headquarters says you have to be self-sufficient now. And as our friends and other nonprofits know, it's very difficult to maintain services when you don't have any money. So we're going to try to bring in a little bit more money from the thrift store because there's not enough to go around. There's so many people in need and so many worthy causes that we need to share that money with. So we're going to do what we can to supplement so we can continue our services to the most needy on island.
We did have a comment in here. How can we deliver cargo shorts to Salvation Army? This is for large and fluffy people. Thank you. I have 5 to 6 brand new cargo shorts. Tried calling, but no one answers the phone to have an appointment to drop off.
Okay, so we are taking donations at the thrift store Tuesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And the reason that it is such a short amount of time or a minimum amount of time is because we have to actually let the product, the donations sit for a while before we can actually handle them.
Actually, but there's a whole different donation time for fluffy people. You have your own window. It's
Fluffy Fridays. Yeah.
Fluffy Fridays. Love it. Yes. Very good.
What are the needs of the people? Like, I guess Kathleen will ask, when you talk about counseling services, right? I mean, not just for adults, but also for the youth because of the impact of the pandemic. Are you kind of hearing more? Because like on a personal level, I feel like I just wasn't mentally ready to go back into this place where we're in a crazy surge, where schools are closing, where there's just so much uncertainty with the hospitalizations, with the community being divided over this whole vaccinated, unvaccinated thing. Man, it's just like a lot again. So what are you hearing?
You know, there's increased anxiety, of course, and that comes with just having to make sure that our families are safe. We're having to make sure that we're safe as well, you know, as individuals. And so, you know, we're going to see some people really, this might trigger depression and substance use. So I mentioned earlier that it might trigger some relapse. And so, with our counseling uplift services here at WestCare, we're we're just seeing that a little bit more. We do have a partnership with the USPO, or the Youth Probation Office, but we also have GITA, a GITA grant that allowed us to provide services, counseling services for those that are not insured or underinsured. And so if anybody has needs in that area, they can reach out to us, and we'll figure out a way on how they can access, mental health services with us. And if not with us, we will find a way for them to have some support, even if it's not through our doors. But especially with our kids, because the youth is really where we're seeing from my front end. When we had our summer camp just in Estumbo, a lot of our kids, and we had about 50 kids right in the Estumbo gym, a lot of them expressed anxiety and having to navigate through their feelings of just worry, not only for their families, but also for their well-being, because they're feeling isolated. And so when they got together during that summer camp, they really felt like they started to have a sense of community again. They really latched onto each other, and because they felt how it was to not be around people, to feel alone, to feel like they don't have that peer support during the shutdown. And so our concern with this this new surge coming in, that might happen again, and the feelings of anxiety and depression and all the other mental health issues will definitely reappear and impact our kids again.
Salvation Army.
We actually did a couple weeks of VBS, Vacation Bible School, and we saw, just to confirm what Kathleen was saying, absolutely, the kids are starving.
They've missed each other. They miss being together and being able to just hang out and be kids. It's a very stressful time, and I'm sure adults feel it and the financial crunch, but our kids are going through something that is very difficult for them to process.
They are not vaccinated, and I'm getting calls from the kids, from their parents' phones, are you going to come out and visit me? Yes, we're going to be out there. So what we've done is we've allocated funds towards an employee that, in addition to Eric and I, and we're making weekly visitation. It's not the same because they really want to be with their friends, right? But at the same time, we want to make sure that we stay in touch with the youth and that we let them know. And so we're making material for them that they can, bringing out crafts and things like that, so that they can actually partake in some kind of activity, and just let the families know, but especially the kids know, we care, and we're here, and we're not going to leave, and we're going to continue to keep in touch with you. We're going to continue to pray for you. We're going to continue to be there for you.
I mean, it's difficult enough to process as an adult. And so for these kids, playing red light, green light, they were so excited to go back to school.
Yeah.
And then now to have to put on the brakes. I mean, we've only been on island just over a year, and I think the numbers are higher than it were when we landed.
Yeah.
And so it's just devastating. And most of the folks that we come in contact with are marginalized people. So they're already at a disadvantage. They're already living under stressful situation. And so this just compounds it. And it's, I don't know, I'm a man of prayer, and that's why I take my needs to our Lord. But, it's challenging for people to go through this. And I think just as an island, as we remember that, and as we're more gracious with each other, as opposed to, like you said, the divisiveness where the vaccinated and the unvaccinated, we have to be community still. We still have to love each other and support each other and do what we can just to make it through this. Appreciate you guys just having the conversation. It's good stuff.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Yep, still gotta love each other, guys. Thank you, guys. Kathleen, do you guys have like a general number that people can call where it just kicks them out to all the different programs?
Yeah, our number at the office is 472-0218. We're very active on the social media platforms, so if you have Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, just give us a follow, or you can DM us there. A staff is always at the other end of the line to ready to answer any questions that you might have regarding our services. And if you'd like to find out a little bit more about eligibility and all that good stuff, we have a website, and it's www.westcarepacificislands.org.
Captains?
Yeah, the food pantry, you're going to ask for Maricel, and that's at 477-9855. And then if you need help with rapid rehousing, utility assistance, financial assistance, you're going to call Marianne at 477-9819. We're also on Facebook as well as Instagram.
Thank you. Thank you for your work, Kathleen.
Thank you. God bless you guys.
Captains. Yeah, God bless you guys too.
Thank you so much.
And let us know if you need any help getting the word out about anything.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. We're going to take a break, 9:39, and we're coming back with more of The Link next. Good morning.
The KUAM Podcast Network is back and on demand, featuring a great variety of podcasts from our island and region, including culture, lifestyle, awareness, crime, politics, commentary, comedy, and entertainment. Available on most streaming platforms. The KUAM